You're not fighting with your husband because you're bad at communication. You're fighting because your marriage doesn't feel emotionally safe anymore. And no amount of explaining fixes that. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through exactly what you need to do to rebuild emotional safety in your marriage so the fighting can stop and you can finally feel at peace. Number one way emotional safety gets broken down in a marriage is how you argue and whether you're able to repair with your husband afterwards. It doesn't matter who starts the fight, who's wrong, who's at fault. It's basically the frequency and intensity of your fights, how long it takes for you to emotionally recover and repair that determines safety. If you're fighting 5 times a week, your nervous system basically never gets a break. Even once a week can feel like it's too much for our nervous system, especially if these arguments don't get repaired and you just decide to ignore them. The reality is, every time there's an argument, your body starts to feel tense and go into this hyperarousal, and that's not safety. Also, the intensity matters. If your arguments turn into days of not speaking with each other, one of you emotionally withdrawing, sleeping separately, swearing or name-calling, then your body really experiences that as a threat. Your nervous system doesn't care about who started the fight, what was the intention behind certain words. All it cares about is that it feels unsettled and not safe. So right now, I really want you to reflect on what's been the frequency of your arguments over the last month and what's the intensity of it and how long it takes you to actually recover from the fight. And do you ever actually resolve it and feel closer after a fight? Or no, you feel like there's a bit of distance after every fight because you feel kind of misunderstood or unheard. If you're noticing, for example, the fights are frequent and it takes you 3 days to recover, your goal is to reduce that, to make that time shorter, and to also make the fights less frequent. The faster you repair and recover from a fight, the less damage it's going to do to your relationship over the long run, and less damage to the emotional bond and emotional safety. Because basically what you're doing, you're protecting your nervous system. If you go on days on end without talking to each other, your nervous system is going to be on high alert. If it's too many frequent arguments with lack of repair, again, your nervous system stays in that high alert situation and starts to feel unsafe. So your goal is to fight with less intensity, fight and argue less often, and repair faster. If you can do these things, which are not easy, but doable, it will start to improve how emotionally safe you feel in your relationship. But I want to be clear, this is not just one person's job or your job to do it alone. Both of you have to set this as a goal, that this is something you're working towards. Rebuilding safety in a relationship is teamwork. You alone cannot fix everything. Now, if you have a good foundation to your relationship, but you're noticing that your arguments have become more frequent and that you haven't been able to resolve them or reach a resolution, then you absolutely need to take my Relationship Reset mini course. This is a 1-hour course that will help you stop arguing, understand where these arguments are coming from and why you're arguing, and be able to step out of the cycle of argument in less than 48 hours. If your arguments still feel mild to moderate, you still have a chance to fix this before it's too late. Because if you can't repair the arguments right now, these arguments won't stay small and will start to escalate or become more frequent. This over time will wear down the emotional safety in your relationship until every disagreement feels heavy and exhausting. This course teaches you how to reduce the intensity and the frequency of the arguing and repair faster. You can take this course by going to my website at parisacounselling.com/relationship course or sign up for it right in the link in the description below. Let's talk about the next thing you need to do to rebuild safety. A lot of women get stuck in their conflict cycle because they don't know how to deal and step out of that cycle. They usually focus on the content of the argument. We're arguing about shopping, we're arguing about families, we're arguing about kids, we're arguing about security. But the content of it will not help you get anywhere. You actually need to look at what's happening in the cycle of conflict. Do you pursue or do you withdraw? Do you blame or do you attack or do you feel attacked? Do you feel unimportant or lash out in anger? These things can feel very complicated to figure out. But the content never matters. And I have a whole video on how you can stop fighting in your relationship. But right now, I'm going to focus on how the fighting is going to impact the safety in your relationship and what you need to do about it to reverse this damage. Let's say you're arguing, or maybe not even arguing, you just feel unimportant. Your husband does something, you're upset, you feel unimportant. Maybe he forgot your birthday. Maybe you said come home for dinner and he forgot, he's late to the dinner. And you're feeling unimportant and hurt. When you go to express the hurt, you express it in a blaming, complaining language. You're never home early. I can never count on your word. You're such an unreliable husband. You disappoint me. Your husband hears this criticism, understandably feels criticized, and totally misses your point that you're actually feeling hurt. Now he goes into this self-protective mode. It becomes about protecting himself. His nervous system feels attacked. You just made him feel unsafe. So to protect, he shuts down or gets defensive. But that makes you feel even more unimportant. You see how vicious this cycle is? It's crazy making, but also amazing because it's simple but yet complicated. You're complicating it by maladaptive reactions. So you feel even more unimportant and you start nagging, complaining, raising your voice, attacking him even more. He feels even more criticized and says, you're never happy with anything. I can never make you happy. Nothing's ever enough for you. You're such a drama queen. You're always looking for tension and problems. And guess what? That makes you feel even more hurt and more unimportant. And the cycle just keeps going and escalating. And if it escalates very high, it's going to take you a longer time to recover. And if you're both in this self-protective mode, you're never going to reach for one another. And this is going to create distance and lack of safety, rupturing your emotional bond. So you need to understand the cycle of conflict you're getting stuck in. And again, that's exactly what we do inside my mini course that I mentioned earlier. Now, here, you're not at fault. He's not at fault. You're just stuck in this vicious cycle. You care for each other, but you're stuck. You don't know how to reach for one another and reconnect. Basically, the cycle has taken over your relationship and is running your relationship. You're not each other's enemy. The cycle is. So here's what you need to change. Because both of you are part of the cycle and participating in the cycle, you first need to see the cycle clearly and see your role in activating the cycle. Because your response to your partner activates a certain feeling and they respond to you. Their response influences how you respond to them. So it's all action and reaction. So take ownership for your part, and he needs to take ownership for his part in terms of how he's contributing to this cycle. This way, you can step out of the cycle and be like, oh my God, we're stuck in that cycle again. This is not what we want because we're going to feel more distant and more unsafe. Let's step out of the cycle. Let's relate to each other in a more gentle, empathetic way. You can say, I was feeling hurt. I wasn't angry. I was feeling hurt. And hopefully he can hear the hurt and be like, I understand where you're coming from. I'm sorry I was late to the dinner, right? You're kind of pulling him closer by reacting this way and not being reactive with anger. And this way, you've learned to interrupt this pattern. Again, keep remembering this, that the content of the fight doesn't matter. You always take on certain roles in an argument pattern. And these arguments tend to be repetitive. So probably your tendency is always when you feel unimportant, you lash out, for example, or you criticize. For him, whenever he feels attacked, he attacks back or he blames you, right? These are very repetitive emotional patterns that you need to be aware of. Now let's talk about the third thing you need to change. The third thing you need to change if you want to have a safe relationship is to almost never express anger, but express your vulnerability. And that's because when you express anger, you're pushing your partner away. But when you express vulnerability, you pull them closer. And that's what builds safety. Anger undermines safety. Can you imagine feeling safe around someone who's always angry and tense? No, it makes you feel like you're walking on eggshells. Well, the same thing with your anger. When you express hurt in the form of an angry response, your partner starts to feel unsafe around you, and they don't even have a chance to repair and understand where you're coming from. So you need to learn how to feel your feelings, Label them in the right way, saying, I feel hurt, I feel sad, and express them using I statements. Learn to express your vulnerable feelings instead. I have a video that talks exactly about that and tells you exactly how you can express vulnerable feelings in your relationship. I'll link it up for you on this video now. But to move on, I'm going to give you an example. Instead of saying to him, you never prioritize me, starting with a you statement, try this. I've been feeling unimportant lately, and I don't know how to say it without getting worked up or upset. You're basically expressing your need. It's the same need, same feeling, but the impact on his nervous system will be very different. And basically, this is a skill you can totally learn, or he can totally learn. This is not a personality trait. So wanting emotional safety doesn't mean you're asking for too much. It means your nervous system is looking to trust and be soothed and comforted. That's what it needs to feel safe. That's exactly what repairing after an argument looks like. But here's the thing. Even if you start to manage your fights better, emotional safety still breaks down when your feelings are consistently dismissed or shut down. If you want to learn what to do when this happens to you, so you can restore emotional safety and protect yourself emotionally, watch the video on your screen now.